are, folks. We're back in town. We're in the studio. We're in the apartment. There's a cat walking around, and you got a tea.
There's a big cat, and we got new cameras, and we have a sponsor, folks.
Geez.
Tuesdays with Stories is brought to you by MyBookie.
You got that right.
It's almost April. Tournament insanity is going into the final stretch. By the way, one of the craziest tournaments ever, the most highest seeds, the highest number of seeds. There's a 14, there's an 11. It's crazy out there. Wild seed. I've been throwing my seed on my father's back, but MyBookie is the best way to get in the action. I love the tournament. I've been loving the tournament. They got some people in there. There's some crowd now, and
sure.
I've been betting my eyes out.
Oh, yeah.
I've been doing it by using MyBookie. You can score big on the nonstop action with MyBookie's bracket contest. It's your chance to win $10,000 in cash prizes. The best part, it's only $1 to enter, Mark. You got a buck.
Wow, I got a buck.
Whether you're filling out tons of brackets, betting on the national championship winner, or simply looking for player and game props, MyBookie has you covered. Sign up today at mybookie.ag and use promo code Tuesdays. Tell them how to do it there, Mark.
Woo-wee! Sign up today at mybookie.ag and use promo code Tuesdays to secure a deposit bonus of up to 1,000 clams, folks. That's promo code Tuesday to claim your first deposit bonus. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
Ah, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
Woo! Hey, folks, here we are. We're podding. We're back at the apartment. It's a leather couch. Sticky. Sorry.
I like a leather couch. This
Love
is nice.
a leather couch. This thing was a whole cum guzzler to get. It's from Denmark.
Oh.
Well, apparently. Supposedly.
Copenhagen?
Probably IKEA, but it's got one of those names like Kaplunked, you know?
Right.
IKEA does that.
They have like the P and the F next to each other.
Right, yeah, and the E's got two weird Indian dots on top.
Right, like Pfizer. That's a PF.
That's right.
Where are they? What's their deal? Where are they from?
They did the vaccine and Viagra.
But what's that name? Is that Dutch, German, gay?
Maybe it's a combination of two guys, like Pi and Zer.
Ah, like this, yeah.
Like
Maybe
a
it's Paul
trans.
Pfizer.
Yeah.
They put the... Well, whatever. I have a couch that is like a piece of shit. How long does a couch last? Would you guess? Like, how long are you going for with a couch?
I'm going the whole distance. I mean, I keep a pair of jeans for 30 years.
Well, first of all, we're going to have to talk about my jeans at some point. I'm so self-conscious. If you're watching on YouTube, look at this.
Yeah, what are you, Huck Finn?
I mean, Chuck Finn. I
N-word.
mean, look at this. I mean, they shrank. I got fat. I think it's the waist. They look okay standing.
I don't get the fat short. How do your pants wouldn't shorten?
Because they don't sag. They're not loose. They're like tight, so they're restricted. You know what I mean? Like if I hold the mic loose, it's just hanging down here. But if I
Right.
tighten it,
Right.
I think that's all I can imagine. Unless they're shrinking in my bureau, I don't know what happened. But I'm so uncomfortable with jeans now because I wore sweatpants for 6 years.
What's the length on that? I go 32-30. That's what I wear.
I'm 32-34, but I need a 32-35. But you got to special order that, so I think I got to start specially ordering pants like fucking Andre the Giant or Carmen Lynch.
Isn't that weird that pants? You're not that abnormally. I mean, you got a kooky mouth and the herp and the forehead, but you're not abnormally shaped.
I think I am abnormally shaped. I think
Really?
I'm high waist. I'm very well. Most people that are this long are fat. There's very few people that are this big without being fat. Usually, like a 30, like you find like a 38, 34.
Right.
There's not a lot of long beans. I'm a big bean.
You're a long Beantown giraffe. Look
I mean,
at that.
look
Wow,
at that. It's
hey,
all
that's
leg.
pretty good agile there. What is it, nimble?
Thanks. Not agility. Agility's like cats. I think you mean flexibility.
Flexible.
PF.
Yes.
Mobility.
Yeah, my pants, every time I go, I just bought some at Levi's. I hate them. They feel like I'm wearing wood, you know? You're like, God damn, I can't get these loose. And I had jeans for 30 years. They got stolen. But they don't have my size either. They always go, let me check the back. And then they go, we can order them, but it's going to be a month and a half.
I'm going to have to start ordering big and tall. Same thing with sweatpants. They come way up. I'm just too long. I mean, my legs are just long, which nobody's into. Women like tall and handsome, tall, dark, handsome, tall, dork, and handsome. That's a Mike Kaplan
Check it out.
album.
How important is dark, by the way, in those three?
Yeah, that's a little unfair to the Irish, the albinos,
Yes, the blondies out there, the pales, the freckle.
Sweden,
Yeah,
Norway,
Scandinave.
Very pale.
Powder.
Finland.
Yeah. The other one.
Yeah. But anyways, so dark and handsome. They like tall, but they don't like lanky. No woman's like, I'm into lanky. I like a really long dude.
I know, but I feel like they just go at the bar and they see your kooky head like a periscope, whoop, whoop, over it, and they go, that's the guy.
Yeah, but then there's the jaw. I got an Adam's apple that's further than my chin.
They can get over that. It's like big tits. It gives you a little leeway.
I guess they get over, but I think
Double D way.
tall is trumped by the teeth, the jaw, the thing. I mean, it's not good. It's not a good scene. And I've said it before, which one's my camera? If I look directly into the camera, I'm okay. If I close my mouth and look straight in and I'm doing this.
There you go.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Like
That's not bad.
But from your angle, the side, it's atrocious.
I can't even look.
It's so
I
bad.
go straight to the cam.
It's overbite. One tooth is pointing inside at my throat. I mean, it's just horrendous. I used to do a joke about that on first dates. I'd have to drive like this to keep it close.
Yeah, yeah.
But my wife, God love her, she fucks me right in the ass with a dildo. And
Well, I hope you go doggy, just so she's staring at the Picasso on the wall.
every once in a while, I look like a Picasso. I got,
Two tits, one's over here, a labia. Yeah, he was good.
it's horrendous. It's yucky. And then the bod I had working a little bit, the torso, but then pandemic hit. Now I'm a fat queef, and it's just all over. It's bad news, Bears.
Yeah, so you're saying you would take being 5'10" with no lank and a chin.
I would love to lose 3 inches off the leg. Assume it's the leg. If they took it off my torso or my forehead, wouldn't be bad either.
The leg. Plus, you got to go on an airplane. You're in coach. It's a nightmare. That middle seat. It's over.
It's all leg. I remember in 8th grade, I was sitting in this weird way, and Laura, I think her name was Barry. Laura Barry. She said, Laura Barry. And she started like giggling, and I was like so self-conscious. I was like, what? Did I piss my pants? Do I have AIDS again? And she said, you're just so long.
What?
And it's been like festering in my head for 30 years. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, nothing. You just got long legs. It's funny. And she wasn't being mean. She was just like, it's funny. It's like subjectively or objectively or effectively funny.
Yeah, I see. That's the meanest insult when they go like, well, what's up with that? And you're like, they're not trying to be mean. They just don't get it.
Right.
Oh, that stings. Fuck you, Barry, Laura.
Well, Ronan has that great joke about a kid just being like, fat.
Yes,
He's
exactly.
not trying to be mean. He's just like, oh, I know what that is. That's fat.
Yeah, kids are fun because they're so ignorant. I have nieces and nephews, and they'll be like, that lady's old, your dad's gay, black people steal, whatever it is, and they just say these crazy things, and that because they're just seeing it.
Right. Well, I mean, this is horrific. Look at it. They're getting worse because they're sinking in and they're tight on my dick. I mean, if folks get on the YouTube and look at this.
This is a problem. This is offensive. This is a sex crime right here.
It's bad news, Bears, and I gotta turn them in. But I don't remember being like this last year. Do you remember?
You had a high ankle cooking. You had a little Amish ankle, but this is obscene. This is way more. I'm getting in the calf here.
I know. Well, part of it is the seat. I think it's your weird couch.
The couch doesn't help. It's a cushy. You sink in. It's covered in semen. So, yeah, it's a different world. But last night we were on a regular chair there. Sorry about the pube. And we were on a regular chair, and I could see your knees.
I'm really thinking about killing myself. And the letter is just going to be the pants. It's going to say pants, and I might illustrate the little thin ankles coming out.
Said it before. It's a pants-demic.
But so anyways, back to the couch thing. Sarah and I bought a couch. We moved in May of 2016. We got new neighbors coming, by the way. Palufo and Rogers.
Yeah, I smell a sitcom.
Good dance team.
Yes. They're a couple of gays.
So they're moving in. I'm very excited. You ever do something where you're like, you take an action. I'll get to the couch eventually. But you ever, it's like Jerry when he gets to lay in the apartment in the early episodes where the apartment's opening up and I'm like, they're a couple, they live with another couple, which no couple wants to live with a couple.
No, that's a nightmare.
Nightmare, even though it's a great couple, Jeff Shee and Chloe Radcliffe, another great couple, 2 great couples.
Good eggs.
Wonderful eggs. So I go, I know they were looking for an apartment. They want to move back to Astoria eventually. This apartment's opening. So I give them the inside tip. You guys should get the place, jump on it. Then they get it, and I'm like, I'm doing service. I'm helping my landlord because they're going to be great tenants.
Yes.
They got a great apartment. And then that moment when the dust settles where you're like, oh, boy, they're going to hear my rants. They're going to hear me fucking. I'm going to hear them fucking, which is...
That's a perk.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Glass on the wall there.
It's Rogers. He's got that huge dick.
Yeah, big dick Raj.
I don't want to hear that. What if I hear that through the kitchen? I'm making eggs, and I just hear, your cock's huge.
Well, do me a favor and audio it, and I'll take a peek.
I mean, it's one thing to understand that guy has a big dick, but if I have to, like, hear it...
Yeah, you hear that jackhammer pounding. You can't get any reading done. But yeah, no, I'm with you. But here's the clinker: is it you want the high five, you want the BJ, you want the hey, he got it, you're the hero. But you don't want the living; you just want the goods.
Well, I want to be here, and it does benefit me, by the way, because you got some nice friends. First of all, you leave it open to anybody. You might have fucking
Yeah,
Kevin McHale.
What was I going to say? Kessler.
Oh, you might have a Kessler situation, yeah. And, of course, Sarah's like, are they going to be over here? They're not taking our butter. She's upset.
Right, she loves butter.
So we're worried about that. Butterface, that's me, not her. But
Butterfinger.
But anyways, butter anyways.
God, can't believe it's not.
What's a buttress? Buttress? What's that word? You see it every once in a while?
Boutros Ghali.
What's that?
He's a guy. He's like a Gorbachev, I think.
But isn't there a... like there's like a something in a buttress, like a butler and a buttress. Is that a female butler?
Maybe it's a female butler.
I think I might have just figured it out.
Or it's a porn star only as anal.
But anyways, it benefits me too. I got a couple close friends. I know it's not going to be some loud assholes. It's going to be some nice assholes. And we could go, hey, I'm going to Bucks or whatever. But there's going to be some of those, you're sneaking out to get the mail. Hey, you want to hang? Like, shit, I shit my pants. Sorry.
You got half a boner. You're in a boxer. You got a slipper on. Your hair's sticking straight up, and they go, "Hey, come into our podcast." You're like, right. I'm hungover. I'm gay. I just want to go get the milk.
But luckily, our bed is in the back. So.
Yeah. Thank God. I don't know. Who knows where theirs is, though, because when that big old hammer starts laying down the pipe, I mean, you might hear see the pigeons flap away because it's so loud. You never know.
Pigeons flap away.
Yeah. That was a big thing in every 80s movies. Remember, like, the guy'd be like,
right.
Ah! Yeah.
Yes.
Every movie.
Yeah, that was big, and that's fun.
I guess they use that one to death.
Yeah, but sometimes you just want to bring all that back, what's gone, too, of the films of the 70s was the zoom. Nobody zooms anymore.
Zoom got cheesy. The whoa!
Yeah. In
Wayne's
those days,
World touched on it.
Exactly. It'd be like, whoop. But anyways, the couch. I got to get to the couch.
Get the couch.
So we moved in May of 2016. It's now April almost of 2021. So that's, I'm not going to ask you. I think that's 5 years, right?
Sure.
Wow. Lived there for 5 years. That's fucking crazy.
I think a couch can hang. A couch can go with it. You just don't want the gaudy Scarface, cocaine, black leather, puffy. They get a little dated. You don't want that thing. You don't want the weird black ceramic panther on the coffee table anymore.
Right. Well, our couch is shit. We need a new couch. And Sarah's like, we can't get a new couch. It's only 5 years old. Couch should be 30 years, but
30 years.
It's caved in. Like, I have to set up a pillow throne for the couch to be sittable.
That's out.
So it's a piece of shit, and she's like, but we just got it. But I'm like, well, the reality is it stinks now. So what difference does it make? We got to get rid of it. We got fucked. We got a bad couch.
But I will say, a couch is no small order. I mean, that's a shipping, a delivery, a Guatemalan guy with one of those weight belts they wear for some reason.
Oh, it's lower back support.
Thank you.
Lumbar.
LBS. And it ain't cheap. You go for a decent couch. I mean, you're cooking up $8,000 here.
$8,000. Couple grand.
I think it's like a Honda.
Right?
Maybe 5.
I think like 22. They screw off the legs, but maybe I went too cheap last time.
That's why you got a sinker. You go Jennifer Convertibles or Lazy Boy or Barca Lounge.
Right.
You're ponying up some dough there, fatty.
All right. Well, maybe I'll get an in-betweener, like a 42?
Get a 42.
45,
That's a good year.
Something like that.
Yes, I think that was World War II.
Big war going on. That was our second year. And,
Holocaust.
Yep. You never hear about 42, 43. 41, you have Pearl
Yes,
Harbor. We get
that's
involved. 44, you got D-Day. 45, you got the Japanese thing there.
It's the same with Nam. It's always like the 60s, but Nam went to 75.
Yeah, there was a lot of business in early
74.
60s. I think 75 was like the last. They took over, whatever.
Yeah.
They were all afraid of Nixon. They were like, yeah, this guy's crazy. And then they bounced him, and then Ford came in. They were like, full system ahead, full steam ahead, whatever.
Tricky Dick. But that's the thing with Nixon is like we talk about, Trump is taking a piss on the natives, and he called the Mexicans a rapist. But Nixon cried on TV and got shipped off in a helicopter, and they found Watergate. He kind of got canceled first. They found footage. He was talking shit. He said the N-word, and they booted him.
I respect the bail before you get fired. That's a great move.
Good move.
Good night, everybody. I quit. I'm not. Fuck you. I'll see you later. Just drop the mic and leave. And hell of a speech, by the way. I mean, I don't want to go full political tilt, but he gave quite a speech. I mean, it's emotional. He says my staff was this, and we believe we were doing the right thing, and I'm not a crook, and my father's gay. It was quite a speech, and ugly guy, loved football, and Hunter S. Thompson didn't care for him.
No, and Elvis loved him. That was a weird flip. It was kind of a Kanye move. When Elvis got in there, everybody's like, what's going on here? But, he was on pills and hamburgers.
And he loved bowling. He put a bowling alley in the White House.
Oh, that's fun.
We know a lot about Nixon.
Yeah. Frost.
Yep.
Robert. I had a thing on Nixon. Shit, I lost it. Tricky Dick. I'm not a crook. Yeah, he got canceled. I don't know. He's a guy I'd like to hear. He died, huh?
Yeah, I think a long time ago.
Yeah.
90s, early 90s.
I'd like to hear about what happened to him after the impeachment.
He started to get likable again.
Really?
He started to become like a voice in the Republican thing. He was like, I vouch for this guy. Like people forgive.
They used to forgive. I don't know if they forgive anymore.
That's an interesting point. Yeah, we'll see, I guess.
In the words of the big Jew himself, Ari Shafir, woke is a religion, except there's no religion. I mean, no forgiveness.
The thing is, you fucked up the delivery.
I ruined the lean. God damn it, I blew it. Your pants threw me off.
I'm not sure how great it is anyways. I mean, these ankles are freezing. I need the 80s socks.
Yeah, you need the flash dance.
You know what's tough? We got a new film crew in here. We got a guy, Chuck, shooting us. He's smiling a little bit.
Chucky.
But we got no timer. We don't have the thing. So I'm like, where are we? Are we a half hour in here? I have no idea. I don't know how to read the ad. I don't know when to do what. I mean, I'm lost. We're 15. That's a quarter of the way.
Okay.
We haven't even gotten to anything.
Another one of these, and we'll get to the ad-a-roos.
Another one of what? A quarter?
Another one of these 15-minuters.
That was pretty impressive. Mark's working on his math.
Thank you.
I mean, that was a fraction, too. That wasn't just some bullshit arithmetic.
No, I just doubled the 15 to 15 is 30.
Right, but you knew it was a quarter to a half. I mean, I guess it's arithmetic and a fraction.
Hey, all right. I got a tutor. Remember a tutor? I had to get a tutor. That's nothing worse than a tutor.
I never had a tutor because I'm not retarded, but I've heard about people with tutors, and you have a lady come over. Did you fuck her? Because that's what I would want to do.
Well, it was a little Asian boy, so yes. But it was hell because you go to school all day. School is hell. You get called a tard and a derelict and a spaz, and then you go home, and they're like, all right, now Zing Yang is here, and he's going to teach you the ropes. And you're like, God damn it! I just did a full day's work at the sweatshop, and now I got old, Ming Ha giving me the business. So, and I'm not going to learn either way, folks. Let's be honest.
I'm reminded of one of my favorite jokes ever was our pal Greg Johnson. You remember Greg Johnson?
Oh, funny son of an onion.
He said, I haven't heard the word spaz in a while, and people would say, dude, how come you don't have a Boston accent? And then say, because I'm not a spaz.
That's a hilarious joke. What a weird response, but hilarious. I mean, it's funny that he wrote that down. Like, all right, this will be bit number 2, not a spaz.
But it's so funny. Like, someone's like, dude, you got to go down the yard and get a new fucking car. And you're like, you're a spaz. That's crazy.
It is weird. You don't see me going, I guarantee, I'll tell you what, down by the bayou.
It's a spazzy thing to do, and it's such a funny bit because it makes me, like, laugh. But I'm like, a regular audience must just kind of be like, what, a spaz?
I love jokes like that because I'm sitting here going, what's the difference between a couch and a sofa? What's going on with that? Well, one you sit on and one whatever. And then he's like, hey, this guy's a spaz. That's funny.
Oh, so funny. He's got another one about, I think his brother's gay, and he found his box set of Golden Girls, and it was all like beat up and tattered. And he's like, what do you travel with this? And he goes, no, it's just natural wear and tear. Oof. Greg Johnson,
great.
Folks. We started together. Same age, same everything.
Wow.
And
huge
smart,
hog on that guy, by the way.
What?
Huge dong.
No kidding.
I knew his girlfriend. She said he was wearing out magnums. I mean, like, he would throw
Greg Johnson?
Huge. Which it makes sense because he's so laid back. He's got a huge hog. He doesn't have to worry about anything in life. He's 6'3", huge dong, funny guy. I don't know what he's doing now, but
went to BC, Boston, smart guy,
smart,
Boston College,
dong,
Catholic,
got
something.
it all. And she was a hot piece too, so he just had it made. I think he's on heroin now because you can't be gifted that many things and then and make it.
Well, he had some male pattern baldness going. That's something. That's tough.
So does Bill Burr. I mean, you can make it work.
True.
Bald used to be a problem, but bald has become accepted, much like the black.
You know what I think about the beginning of like the PC? We got inclusion and everything, which is good. Inclusion is good.
Yes.
Whatever. But the beginning of it getting a little bit like, what? Was Patrick Stewart winning Sexiest Man Alive.
That was bad.
I remember going,
overcorrection.
Patrick Stewart. They're like, well, we got to include old, bald assholes.
Right. Well, yeah.
What?
It was the pre-fat, now we do it with fat people. But it used to be, bald was bad.
Right.
And now bald, that was the nice thing then.
Right, but I'm like, I mean, why not? Jason Alexander gonna get it? I mean, Patrick Stewart, I guess he's whatever, but...
You know who else got it was ER, the guy Anthony Edwards, that nerd.
No.
He didn't get Sexy Man, but he was like on all the women were like, oh, hey, he's a hot number, that doctor there.
Well, they do small categories, sexiest nerd, sexiest fake doctor, but like Patrick Stewart was like, here's the number one overall. Like he's the at-large number one.
And then the wrench in the queers is he's a big gay.
Patrick Stewart?
What? He is a large homosexual.
Are you sure, Chuck?
I'm pretty. Ian McKellen's gay? Oh.
Wow. I don't
know.
No.
I'll bet dimes to donuts that Big Patty Stew is a butt pirate.
Interesting. I never heard that.
I don't know. I dabble in the gay world, and I'm on a few sites.
Okay.
And I've heard his name come up quite a bit, and my mom was into him, so he does have some cred, but my mom's a chunky lady with a moo-moo on Crocs.
I mean, I'm not saying he's not handsome, but like he's sexier than Brad Pitt.
No.
I mean, it's like ridiculous.
It was a throw out. It was a, hey, here you go, dickless. Your head is shiny. Go nuts.
Well, I don't. If he's gay, that's exciting because I'm thinking about going that way. But that's quite an accusation if he's not.
I'm not accusing. I'm pretty sure he's into the dongs.
No, I'm kidding. It's not an accusation.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
It's a
great.
lifestyle.
Yes.
Or
of the rich and famous.
Yes, he's rich
and famous.
Is he a sir? I know McKellen's a sir, but is Stewart a sir?
Sir Patrick Stewart. That sounds right.
Here you get sir for you work at Dairy Queen as the manager. You're a sir.
Right.
You don't get knighted though. They did a whole sword on the shoulder.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, a lot of sirs. Sir Elton John, Sir Paul McCartney. Did Ringo get sirred?
Nah, he got served.
Ah, papers.
Yes.
Probably for that. You're 16. You're beautiful in your mind. Bullshit.
Ooh.
When are we getting the musicians? It's so fascinating to me. They've the Me Too and all the stuff. Musicians have been pretty much spared.
No. What about MJ?
Well, he's more than a musician, but like rock and roll, like Robert Plant, all those guys had like 15-year-old girlfriends.
Yeah, and that was totally, it was cool then. Like, look at these guys, they're fucking rock stars. They're throwing shit out of a window and banging toddlers.
Which I'm not saying, hey, let's go ruin these people's lives.
No.
I'm just saying it's fascinating that, like, I think all of those guys were fucking teenagers.
Oh yeah, I mean Chaplin, Lewis, Ricky Lee Lewis.
I think
Jerry Lee Lewis.
I think Jack Nicholson was fucking a 16-year-old.
Wow.
I believe. Don't quote me on that. Google that and Patrick Stewart. But I think a lot of these people were doing some hardcore teen fucking.
Oh
the 70s.
yeah, I think it was pretty well known, and it was almost like it was a gift to the world. Like, oh, you're this great of an artist. Here's a tween.
Right.
You know, Woody Allen, MJ, R. Kelly. Like, here you go, buddy. Chaplin, get in there. You earned it. Great movie.
Yeah. Tricky. All right, let's get into some
Oh,
real
jeez.
stories.
All right, I
We
can
got
talk
some
to you all
stories
day
to
there,
tell.
Sloppy Jalopy. I got just some wacky stuff. I haven't seen you in a while, and boy, oh boy, that's
Is this in the shot?
a white cankle.
Oh, look at that. All right, sorry. Get to the story so I
Between
can
the
think
ankle
about
and the
something else.
profile, I'm on tilt.
I apologize. I hate what I look like. I'm going to take my own life at some point. Not tonight, but
Have you thought about some sort of a? Because I got a bit of a turkey dick here, and I've thought about. They got these things now. We just go in, they go, and then it sucks it right up.
yeah, I don't know about that. I can't do that.
I
I'll
can't
just
do
have
it
to
either.
accept that I'm a piece of shit. My wife has sex with me occasionally. That's good enough, and I'll get some new pants, and just hate myself throughout life.
Reverse cow, doggy style, even the lay down on the side from behind is fun. You got some
yeah.
options.
Yeah, there's some stuff.
And
masks,
you
maybe.
throw a mask on yourself.
Oh.
There you go.
All right, so where you been?
I've been to Kentucky. Have we talked about Kentucky?
I don't think so. I try not to.
Yeah, well, I've only been there because you land in Kentucky to go to Cincinnati, which is very strange. But then again, I land in Newark to come home. So
Yeah, great airport, by the way. The Northern Kentucky Cincinnati
Great airport.
Beautiful airport.
I got to say, I'm into Kentucky. I had the thing where I drove, you get to the airport, you drive in, you're like, look at these rolling hills, these long fences. There's a horse, there's a cow, there's a fat lady. I'm like, I like Kentucky.
Well, I gotta say, maybe we've talked about it before off air, but I mean, I've always talked about that's where I fantasize about moving to is Northern Kentucky because I love Cincinnati. Kentucky's even cheaper, and
Yep.
everything you're saying, the rolling hills, Louisville's right there.
Yes.
Go to some basketball games. You can get a fucking mansion for $180 a month.
Yeah.
And you're so close to all these markets: Columbus, Cleveland, Nashville, Chicago, your mother's
Right.
ass. So I'm here. You're on the Kentucky, and you get a vote that matters, which is nice.
Ooh, and the bourbon, and the horses, and the fried chicken.
Yeah, I think there's probably that.
You can get that anywhere.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. I didn't put it together.
But I gotta say, and it's kind of cool because nobody big lives in Kentucky. People get the fuck out of Kentucky. Kentucky's a punchline. Hey, nice. You got no teeth, Kentucky. You drunk. You guy wearing a barrel. But you live in Kentucky. It's like, look at this guy going against the grain.
Yeah, KY Jelly.
Yes, I prefer jam. But here's the clinker is I land there. I'm like, this is great. Everybody's so nice. There's a couple of hot southern bell houses over there. It's pretty great. And just great club. Everybody was so nice. And here's the clinker, though. I land. I had a layover because that's the problem with Kentucky. You got to have a layover.
Right.
So that killed me. So did the layover in Charlotte. Flight's delayed. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a land at 4 o'clock, guys. Shows at 7. I like to get in as late as possible. Pushing it back. Shows at 7:15 because it's curfew, pandemic. And I don't land until 6:50.
Yikes.
I get picked up by the owner of the club. But this is the bad part. I plan it out where I shower before the show.
Okay.
But now with this layover, I got no shower time, but I haven't showered in like 4 days. I have smell, my balls reek, my hair is on fire, I have horrible BO. I'm wearing a FUBU shirt with jizz on it. It wasn't good. So I land, and the whole time I'm like, I got no shower time. I can't go to the club like this because they want to just pick you up and bring you.
Right.
And I go, I got to shower. And he goes, don't worry. The hotel is next to the club. We'll get the opener on, then the feature. So I ran to the hotel, checked in, showered, ran right on. Hot show.
So you're showering while the show is happening.
Yes.
That's the worst feeling to
It's
me.
horrible.
I try to do it. I want to be the rock and roll guy, but the feeling of the show going while you're in the other room. Even last night we did that Long Island gig.
Yeah.
Just being in the other Sally's like, you want to talk about that project? And I'm like, what are you, crazy? I'm on in like 4 minutes. I can't. I'm like, what if you have a heart attack and die? What if you take a shit on the lady or whatever? I want to be present in the room.
I get
So
it.
That scares me.
But don't you get a rush out of it a little? Because being late, not late, but being rushed is a bit of a drug for me because I hate shower. I don't want to go in the shower. I don't want to brush my teeth. I don't want to wipe my ass. But when you're in a rush, you don't think about that. You're just like, I hope I make it, and it kind of makes everything less annoying.
Interesting. Yeah, I feel the complete opposite. I feel like it's the most. I want to take a shower for 40 minutes, sit in there, and close my eyes and really feel the water run down my asshole. And I like to, jerk off in there. My knees buckle. It's pretty fun. I like to really enjoy it. I put the soap up. I make a little Hitler stash with the soap so I can really smell it and live it and breathe it.
I like that.
I really like to take my time. Late, hurry makes me want to just kill myself.
Okay, well,
I gotta stop saying kill myself. People are gonna report us.
And I'm getting worried there, Ankles.
I'm fine.
All right, so you showered up. It's when you go to an airport and you're like, man, I gotta walk all the way to Terminal 9. It's gonna take 20 minutes. But when you're late, you're like, and then you get to Terminal 9, you're like, oh, I just did all that. So in a weird way, rushing to me is like it gets you through it.
I like to stroll. I like to look at a book, steal it, look at some candy and decide which candy, stroll over there.
Right.
But I understand because I'm so compulsively early that a lot of times I do sit there and I'm like, fuck, I got 3 more hours.
Yes.
But I like to read or
you get a peace of mind.
Pee a few times.
But here's the cum guzzler is, this is hot show. Killing. It's great. I made it. We pulled it all off. Guy in the front row just doing this.
Ooh. Video people getting on?
Videoing me on stage for the whole time.
Oh, I'm thinking the plane. I was in airport mode. I thought the guy
I'm at the show. It's going great. Everything's good. I made it. I'm showered. I'm fresh. I'm having a hot set. I'm in Kentucky. I'm loving it. And just...
Oh, boy.
I mean, like...
He's bootlegging.
I'm a bootlegger, Jerry. And he thinks I'm an idiot. He's in the front row. He's like this. Just, I know what you're doing, you cunt. And then I yell at him, and I go, can you turn that off, blah, blah, blah. And he gets pissy. He's like, oh, all right. And now he's just sitting there with his girlfriend like, can you believe this shit? And I'm like, just enjoy the show now. Like, you did a bad thing. Why am I the bad guy?
Right.
It drives me nuts.
Yeah, that's frustrating. And where's the club? They're not keeping an eye on this?
They got no security. It's very mom and poppy. It's a good room, and it's just a little, I don't want to say rinky-dinky, but it's old school. They got the bartender guy. He's got a 5 o'clock ass, and the fat waitress named Ethel, and she calls you hun. She's got a pen in her hair.
I love a hun. It touches me to my soul.
Bring on the Attila. But yeah, so that thing annoyed the shit out of me. And then I was bitching about it, and the club local goes, that guy's here every week. He buys a ticket to do that. So he's getting his fucking content for $29 and a couple of drinks, and then he goes out and does whatever with it.
So he's like a real bootlegger guy.
Yeah.
It's
Comedy
interesting
boot.
because this exists in music, of course, but I'm sure this has been discussed many places, but with comedy... With music, you just put it on. You're like, here's the show, and people can go, oh, I'm watching the Pearl Jam show on YouTube. But it's not a replacement of buying a ticket. Whereas stand-up, it's all surprise. So if you release it, you're ruining the show. If you release a Stones show, it's not ruined. People are like, oh, wow, they're playing Sympathy for the Devil on this tour, and he wears a funny hat with a skull. But if you release bits... People go, oh, I've seen this.
Yeah, you're doing hey, he's got the rap behind the back. You're telling how our secrets, basically.
Exactly. So fuck that guy, sir. You suck. Don't do that anymore.
Sucks.
Think we solved that.
I had a great opener too. This guy Blake Hammond. I got to give him a shout out. Super funny. We worked on bits. One of these guys. I asked Mark Chalamet. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah,
Chalamet. Sorry.
Oh, he's got another one of my favorite jokes.
He's a great joke writer.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So I asked him, and he was like, I just had a kid. I'm gay. My mom's gay or whatever. So I was like, all right, well, if you know anybody in the Kentucky area, and he goes, you got to check out this guy. And I was like, yeah, book him. Fuck it, which is a risk. But he was great. Great comic.
What's that Shalafood joke? He's got a joke about I'm really into feminism because I have a wife and a daughter. So as a guy that owns 2 women, I really have to keep my eye on that. Something like that. I'm ruining the joke, but that's
funny.
The joke. You get it.
I could see where he's cooking there.
Yeah.
Own 2 women is fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Now let me. We got to do an ad, but let me throw this down your butt pipe and see if it catches on the wall. Oh boy.
Sorry, that was a sneeze. Excuse me.
Went to brunch the next day, pretty hungover. You're trying to get a cup of, you just want that coffee in you to heal your body, that black elixir. Sure. And bottomless coffee, it says on the menu. So I go, ooh, bottomless. First of all, her labia is going to be out. This will be great. But you get one coffee, I never see her again.
What do you mean?
Well, she was a busy coos, so she was gone, the waitress.
I see.
And it's Kentucky, so they give you a cup of coffee. They figure you're good for the week.
Right. There's anything that's like all you can eat, all you can drink, all you can queef. It's always a trick.
It's a lie.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I remember thinking that my friend was like, he was like into the prostitute scene, and he's like, I'm like, what is that? He's like, it's $300 an hour. And so I was like, wow, so you can like fuck a couple of times. He's like, no, if you come, that's the end of it.
What?
Yeah, you can't, like, it's not really an hour.
No,
it's $100 an hour or a cum.
Yes.
So you can't just come and then wait 10 minutes and come again.
Yeah,
you get an
right.
hour to come, but if you come, that ends the hour. So it's actually beneficial to not come.
I wish you could sue the whore because that's false ad and you're lying to me. Plus you get out on a loophole. I come in 11 seconds, so now I just wasted 59.82.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, call Zing Ma.
Yeah, so similar situation to getting coffee is like getting a prostitute.
And don't write bottomless if, first of all, she's wearing panties, and second of all, I got one cup.
What do you think about when people go to strip clubs and they're like, it's a great strip club, but they wear the bottoms? I'm kind of like, I don't need to see a pussy.
Oh, I disagree.
I mean, I'm like, to me, the face, the breasts, the tummy, the legs, the feet, the armpits, the elbows, the pussy itself, they all look pretty similar. I mean, it's just lips and whatever.
Well, there's a couple of, outside the car store, what do you call that? The inflatable wacky guy. There's
Right.
a couple of those out there. But I think it's just hey, this is the real deal. She's got no clothes on, maybe a wristwatch or an ankle bracelet, but that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get it. I understand. But, like, I'm never, like, turned on by a pussy unless I get to eat it or fuck it or finger it. Then I'm excited if I can play with it. But just looking at a pussy doesn't do all that much for me. Looking at a pair of tits, I'm like, whoa, daddy.
See, I have both. And plus, tits are so much more common. Like, a tit can fall out onto Super Bowl, but a pussy ain't gonna make the Yankees.
Well, every once in a while you had the Britney Spears and Lindsay Lohan. You got a pussy here and there.
That's true,
I think.
and I've Googled all those. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I'm a pussy, but
Sure, but it's like anal. Anal does not feel that great, but it's just like, whoa, I'm in the back door. Holy shit.
Well, it's like I'm always talking about. If I saw, your mom's pussy, that would turn me on. Like, 'cause you're like, it's someone you know, But if you see just a random lady's pussy, that's not that exciting.
God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've seen it close up.
Yeah, I've been inside it.
I mean, that's wild.
Today.
It's smeared across your face. Isn't that so weird?
I think about that all the time.
I mean, just your mom's pussy fluid will like that, that string that attaches and it had to like snap
Placenta,
off.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it came right out of there and I stretched it.
Well, folks, this episode of Tuesdays with Stories is brought to you by Blue Blocks.
Ooh.
That's right. This is a great new sponsor. I'm excited about Blue Blocks. It makes the best sleep mask known to man. Did they send you one?
They did. I love it. I wear it on planes.
Fantastic. I mean, it's got cushion. It's like goggles when you're a kid, but they're like cushioned, and it fully encompasses the eye. I mean, it blocks everything out.
Everything. You're like a blind guy.
It's extremely comfortable. I mean, I'm loving it. I appreciate them sending it. It is truly the best sleep mask ever. Any amount of light can keep me up. The Remedy sleep mask from Blue Blocks blocks out everything. That's right, even your dreams, folks. Total darkness. It's 100% blackout. It's like having the Sandman caress your eyes as you drift off to dreamland.
You got that right.
Easy for me to say. The adjustable head strap is non-elastic. That means it will not wear out. Plus, its contoured sides allow for your side and belly sleepers. No slipping. I mean, this thing is fantastic. You know about it.
I love it because, I've had sleep masks before, and they got that weird little douche snappy string. And every now and then you get that pop. Or when you lay on your side, it burrows into your temple. This thing is soft and cushy and just fantastic. Big fan. You got to get on it. No eye pressure. This mask is comfortable and easy to sleep in. Blue Blocks. We love it, folks. Support Blue Blocks because they support Tuesdays with Stories. Get yours today. 20% off with code Tuesdays at blueblocks.com. That's BLUBLOX.com/Tuesdays for 20% off. Blueblocks.com/Tuesdays and use code Tuesdays for 20% off. Nighty-night.
And Tuesdays with Stories is also brought to you, but this is exciting. New thing here.
Ooh.
Sunday custom lawn plans.
You got that right.
You folks, I know we got a lot of nice people out there, blue-collar folks with their nice houses and some yards. They like working on them. My family's all about that yard work.
Oh, yeah.
And they're sending my parents one of these things. Spring is here. That means it's time to get your lawn looking nice. You don't want to be the one asshole in the neighborhood with the bad lawn, with the leaves and the grass.
No siree.
So what you need is Sunday. That's right. Sunday is great. It's more than a lawn care product. It's customized lawn plan that works with nature. They take out all the guesswork and unwanted chemicals so you can grow a beautiful lawn that's better for people, pets, and the planet. All natural ingredients, by the way. You know me. I'm worried about the environment and the kind of the we're living in. You know, these are tough times, a lot of toxins and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Sunday uses soil and climate data to create a tailored nutrient plan for your exact location.
Wow.
Get all the stuff your lawn needs and get nothing it doesn't. I mean, how cool is this?
I mean, look, as a kid, I would sit in the lawn because we didn't have any money or I didn't have any friends. You just sit in the lawn and lay in the grass, stare at the clouds, try to see a boob or a ghost or whatever it was, and you got to get that lawn fresh. You got to get it thick, and you got to get it pretty. Get on it, folks. Let Sunday take the guesswork out of growing a greener, more beautiful lawn this spring. Visit getsunday.com/Tuesdays to get 20% off your custom lawn plan at checkout. That's $20 off your custom plan at getsunday.com/Tuesdays. Grow better and feel better about it with Sunday.
Yes,
Grass
God bless
is always
you.
greener.
Paul and Eli Sunday. Well, we got one more, but maybe we'll do that one a little later.
Yeah. We'll stretch it. What do you call it? Spread it out.
Yeah, and again, we're lost on the time here. It's all a wacky. This is a wacky episode. We got a new situation here. We're really taking the Patreon to the next level. That's what we're working on right now. You might notice our lighting's a little better. The camera's a little different. We're everyone, first of all, we have a lot of patrons, which we appreciate.
Thank you.
But we're taking it up a level. Now is a good time to join the Patreon because we got videos coming, HD, high quality. We got a fella here in the room right now.
Yes, a big lesbian.
He's helping us, and he looks great.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a fan, so...
Tuesday. Yeah, so get on it, folks. It's about to kick up a notch, extra shit, some more bonus stuff, more wacky videos and better angles and quality and the whole nine.
And also, there's already a ton of shit on there. We've done reviews of Seinfeld episode, or what do you call it? Commentary of Seinfeld, Curb. We've been doing a bonus every week for the entire pandemic, plus all the old live ones, guests, the old episodes. It's quite a treat in there.
We did a full gay porn, by the way. I mean, how can you turn that down?
Yes. Stranger by the Lake.
We shot one. We didn't. Yeah. So I went to a Knicks game.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. And then I'm hogging this, but I just got to tell you about it.
No, please do.
Well, my agent, things have been going well with the agency. So he's like, if you ever want to go to a Knicks game, I said, I'll take it. I just jumped right on it. And he's like, all right, here you go. Here's pick a date, whatever you want. Bring the lady. I said, great. So I figured we get some nosebleeds, get a couple of big gulp beers, and watch a couple of tall African Americans. But I show up, and they go, we got to test you. And I go, all right, here we go.
Test you?
COVID.
They meant like basketball trivia.
Yeah. Who's the point guard of the year in 1988? So.
Isaiah.
Nice. Is he the one with AIDS?
No, he was the one that's kind of mean. He hates Jordan. He's an asshole. Little guy, Indiana.
Oh, yeah. I thought he was Detroit.
Well, college, Indiana, and then went to play for the Pistons.
Got it. So how about this? I show up with the lady. Yeah, we're going to a game, whatever. I kind of had to drag her there. We get there. You got to go through security, throw your shit in the tub, your keys and phone, and they go beep, beep, beep. All Tuesdays.
What?
It's a bunch
What?
of security guys, out to lunch. Hey, I'm gay. Queef it up. And
Oh, my God.
I mean, these guys have guns and a badge, and they're all
What?
gays.
Oh,
So
my God.
shout out to the security of New York or NY Anal, whatever it is. But that was so cool.
Wow. Take my pants off and fuck me in the ass right on this couch. I want
got
to
it.
feel your balls on my balls. That's how excited I am.
Yes, it was lunch, and then we go in. They're like, "Hey, what's your name?" I'm on the list. The guy goes, "Oh, I know who you are. Oh, hey, get in here, you queef." And I was like, "Oh my God!" What? So they bring us in, and it's like pretty high end in there. I'm like, it's this weird room in the garden I've never been to. I was like, this is nice. Couple curtains and some open bar. And they go, "All right, we're gonna give you a little test." I look over, McEnroe.
Whoa, John.
Yes.
All right.
Johnny Mac. He's old and leather jacket, gray hair. He's angry and tall. And like, wow, this is kind of crazy. I'm getting tested. Actually, John, only in New York. Beep, beep, beep. And then, we get the test back. They go, well, you guys wait in that waiting area. And I'm like, okay, go to the waiting area. Open bar. I'm like, wow, this is great. Open bar in a waiting area. I fucking go full hog. I'm like, give me 2 tequilas. She'll have a red wine. And you know what? Give me a shot of this and a Budweiser. How about a Boilermaker? Because I'm just trying to load up. I didn't know there was an open bar.
Sure.
And then I'm sitting there with the lady. We're pounding booze like a couple of rednecks. And she looks over. She goes, "Is that Timothy Chalamet?"
Whoa!
And I go, "I don't know. I think it is that little twink over there. Boy, he's cute. What the hell's going on here?" I look over there. Spike Lee. Yeah, well, it's a Knicks game. It's got to happen. But it's all locking in, and I'm like, this is cuckoo bananas. Turns out I'm in the VIP box suite.
Wow.
Nonsense. I didn't know it. I thought we were going to just the seats.
Wow. First of all, love Shalagay. That guy, he can really act.
He can act.
He's all moody and little, and he's really something.
Oh, yeah. He's a hot little homo and just so cool and so sexy, and he's such a great actor. And she's flicking the bean all day. She's like, "Oh my God, he's so hot, blah, blah, blah." By the way, he's like 25, 26.
I prefer Patrick Stewart over Chalamet. I don't find him all that attractive, but a fantastic actor. Stole the show in Lady Bird, and then he eats the cum in the other one.
Oh,
that's fun.
Slow down. But yeah, he was hot, and Stewart's gay. And speaking of gay Stewart, Jon Stewart shows up.
Whoa!
Like, what is going on here?
Fireman.
So they lead us to our room. We get this whole box. Tao is catered. Sushi, steak. I mean, open bar. Tao is some cool sushi spot here. So I got the lady here who's like, "We'll go to this basketball game and get it over with. I'll get us all a beer and get fingered." And then we show up and it's Sushi and Chalamet. She's jizzing.
Wow, Sushi and Chalamet. I mean, that sounds like a date night. I mean, I would put both those things in my ass for fun.
I mean, she was about to grab her ankles because she was in the mood. Plus, the booze was kicking in. Then she's got her little creepo opera binoculars just staring at old "Call Me by Your Name" down there. And the game was great. We lost, but we lost by a point in overtime. It was an amazing game. There's Yang. There's Stewart. Stewart's, "What do you call that? You call that a referee?" And he's up on his feet. His kid's there. I think he's got autism. The whole night was great. We were on our feet doing this shit. It was great.
It feels like it's going to be all celebrities now because they only allow 11 people into the game.
Good
so, of
point.
course, it's going to be, Tom Bernanke and Larry Bird or whoever.
Right.
I couldn't think of another celebrity.
Sure.
Nor is Tom Bernanke a celebrity. But, I mean,
I don't know who that is.
I gotta ask. I mean, am I going to have to adjust my ears to you referring to the Knicks as we? Nick, what are you, Knicks guy?
Me and the lady, we're up on our feet.
Oh, but you're like, we lost. So I'm like,
I live in New York. I don't know.
All right. I mean, I want I'm going to be coming over here. I'm going to hear stats. I already got to deal with Marill over here.
I know. Well,
Marill's shooting his special with the Knicks hoodie. And I
Right.
call him up. I'm like, "Can I run a bit?" And he's like, "Let me tell you about free agency first."
Right.
I'm not going to be able to handle it if it's going to be we did this kind of situation.
No, I don't give a shit. I mean, I bought a jersey and a foam finger, but put that inside the lady. But we just went home and we're both. I got the foam finger. She's got the little triangle flag. We're on the Bennett. We're on the subway. Everybody's jerking off. They hate us. We're like, woo! How about those Knicks? They lost. But just a great game. Like, Robinson got traded. Can you believe it? Damn, They fouled him again, those cunts. And, we came home and did anal. It was a great night.
The Normans win the pennant. Where are we at for time? What's the time here?
think
I have
we're way
no idea.
over.
Is it over? Is it? 46.
all right, yeah.
I haven't even spoken yet. What is this?
Sorry. I had the Knicks game. I had some gold, but yeah, take it.
I
take
got 38
it, fatty.
stories over here.
All right. Well, we
Oh
got
my
a lot
God.
of bonuses
Well,
to cover
batting
too.
cages is out. I can't even touch on that. I mean, I really
love a batting cage.
I ripped it up in the batting cage. Louis stunk. You can't hit a baseball, but whatever.
Really?
No, he did okay. He's gonna listen to this. He did fine. It was great. Sarah got in there. She got a couple of Knicks. A couple of those, like, you know, it's like dink, and you're like, you got a piece of that one.
Piece
You're
of that
doing great,
one,
honey.
All right. She's like a special needs kid out there. She got the helmet on.
She looked hot. She had a big helmet. It made her head look. You know, when you're with the same person for years, any change is like, ooh.
Yeah, you look like a little boy. I'll take it.
She had like a double flap helmet. She looked like Chuck Knobloch, and I was like, this is getting hot.
That's your new nickname, by the way.
Oh, Knobloch.
Knobloch. I don't know what a knobloch is, but I'll take it.
We got a
What is
Chuck.
that, Dutch?
Chuck in the room. Oh, speaking of Tuesdays and security, I mean, my pants are getting worse and worse.
Yeah, it's a real epidemic.
I gotta adjust here. Let me stand and deliver.
Oh, that's not bad.
So
up.
I'm walking to my Starbucks every morning. I start my day. I walk to Starbucks on Broadway in Astoria. I get my bucks and I walk around and I contemplate the end of life.
Sure.
And I'm driving. I mean, I'm walking, and this big beat up black caravan. Like the doors are all kicked in and it's scraped and it says honky lips on the side. And they do like a whip around, like a turnaround, like one of these. And a guy leans out the window and he's like, fucking Joe List. Tuesday, I gotta get a photo.
What?
And I'm like, what? And he's wearing a bulletproof vest.
What?
I swear to God.
Kill him with the popo.
My dick just shot right out of my pants. I
Sure,
mean,
well, it's going to happen tonight.
I'm like, oh my God. And they do a turnaround. He's like, get over here. I got to get a photo. I listen to every podcast. I listen to Joe and Ron. I even listened to that horse shit.
Wow.
And I was like, Jesus, this guy's really hardcore.
Yeah.
And he goes, I got to take a photo with you. And meanwhile, the van, it's like, they ran out of real estate. So it's like a half turn. They're like blocking the whole thing. But, you know, they don't give a fuck.
Wait, what? I thought this was like a hoopty wagon or something. This is like a police car thing.
No, they're undercover brothers.
Ah.
Which is like the sexiest thing in the world to me as a that's what I look for in a boyfriend, like a beat up car and a bulletproof vest, because you know they're like real deal.
Real men.
So they pull in and I go, I gotta tell you, I think you're blocking the road here. And they're like, oh shit, let us fix it. So they fix it, they pull in and they get out, and they're both like handsome, hot guys, square, chiseled
Yes,
dicks.
yes.
You can see the bulge, you know,
Ooh-wee.
bulletproof vest, the thing, the gun, the other gun, you know, there's like
yeah.
a mace, the whole thing.
Oh, put that nightstick in me.
And so we take a few photos, and I look like king shit over here. And the Starbucks, I can see them looking through the window because I'm there every morning, and I just woke up. I got shit in my eye and cum in my mouth.
Sure.
So they haven't, and I got no friends. So I'm always like, hey, and they're like, hey, Joseph, how you doing? Because they know my name, whatever.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of nice because they could see me posing for photos. So I think maybe they're like, oh, maybe he's somebody after all.
Right. Well, geez, defund the police.
So that guy was nice, and it was just exciting. He's like, I never missed the podcast. I love this. He's like, I came to this neighborhood because you posted a photo of Parisi Bakery. And he's like, thanks for everything. I said, thanks for your service. I blew him. By the way, the other guy, he'd never heard of me. He's just going, this is weird and
Sounds
gay.
about right.
And so turns out they work in the Bronx delivering warrants.
Whoa.
So these guys are like, they kick in the door and the whole thing, I think. I don't know. I hope
Whoa.
it's okay that I'm saying this, although I'm not saying their names. So what difference does it make?
Yeah, the warrant.
But these are Bronx warrant police, so shout out to you guys. Well done. Stay safe. I mean, that sounds like dangerous business.
You should have done a ride along.
Oh, that would be fun. Well,
Oh, that's a Patreon.
I'm not that kind
Just
of guy.
you in the back going,
I'd just be apologizing.
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry, I don't know. It's the system's fucked. I
Yeah.
actually don't think it's your fault, but
right.
you did it, so you got to do the time. I don't know how it works. It's very tricky.
Boy. We'll get your door fixed.
But anyway, so shout out to those guys. Thanks for your service. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you. Let me get into this one. I got a shout out to Mike Calta.
Oh, nice.
Now, did you listen at all? Because we talked about you a bit.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
What
it
am I
was
on the
ugly.
radio? Who's listening to the radio?
Good point. I don't think anyone listens to it, but shit, I've already fucking zinged him. He was all upset because you went down there, and then you came back.
I did his pod.
I know, and then you came back and you said, boy, Colt is great. He's amazing. He's so funny. And I said, yeah, but he's a big fat shit. And he got all upset
Big fat shit is fun.
because you were talking about how great he is, and then
BFS.
I did a couple zings, and I said, you watch this week. I'll talk about how great you are. And Mark, I said, that's just our role.
Yes.
If I'm praising, you got to shit and vice versa.
Praising and raising.
Exactly. So if you could really help me out here and
Sure.
just call him a son of a bitch,
Yeah.
he's ugly, he sucks,
He's got a big blockhead. His wife's out of his league. He's disgusting. I've seen his stomach. I had to vomit.
Thank you.
Yeah, no one listens to the radio. He's got weird skin. His daughter's gay.
Well, I think he's great. I think he's the tops. I think he's the best radio guy in the business. And so you fly down to I did Side Splitters.
Yes.
I mean, so much to talk about with Side Splitters, but
I took too much time.
whatever, we'll do too. But I fly down a day early, Wednesday, to do Thursday radio. I'm on the plane. The pilot is in the audience. I'm sitting there. I'm with Sarah. I get the text from the manager of the club, best manager of the business, by the way, BT.
BT.
Oh, God, he's the best.
Good egg.
So by the way, I found out he started the year I started. We've both been working there 15 years.
Wow.
We started there at the same time.
Look at that.
But so I get the text. He goes, "Hey, you're going to kill me. Carlton's on vacation. No radio." So I'm just flying down a day early for no reason, but I don't care. Whatever. It's
Yeah.
nice down there.
You like being early.
So he goes, but he'll be back Monday if you want to do it Monday, but you got nothing to plug.
And now you're staying another day. It's one thing to be there. You're already there. You're a day early. Now you got to stay another day?
I was staying anyways because Louis was doing Sunday, Monday. He came down and featured for me, which was quite a scene.
That's bananas.
And so I was staying anyway, so I said, I'll come Monday. That's how much I love Mike Calta. You think this guy's sticking around for Monday, Mr. Compliments?
You got
he
that
ain't
right.
staying around.
I won't even Zoom with you.
So I said, hell yeah, I'll be there. I want to do the show. So I went to his house. By the way, we got to move to Florida because I think this guy makes about $11 an hour.
Yeah.
He's living in a mansion.
I believe it.
I mean, he's got a Hummer. He's got a 20-person van. He's got 6 little boys working for him.
Really? That's
I mean,
pretty
he's got
good.
a palace, this guy.
Who's this guy, Epstein?
It's all Florida. We got to, I think
Yeah.
for like $50,000 a year, you can run a city.
I think you're right.
But it
It's
was
all bath salts and strippers down there. What are we doing here? I got a tiny apartment. You got herp. Hobo blew me earlier. We got to get out of here.
yeah, we should go to Florida. And Jimmy Schubert moved to Florida. He's telling me he's got a 2-bedroom for $8 a week, and he's never been happier.
Yeah.
So maybe we should move to Florida before it sinks. But
Yes.
speaking of sinking, Calta's career is doing fine right now. But the show is great. He's a great guy. Very funny on the radio.
Yes.
Wonderful host. Very
Yes.
gracious. Has a huge following.
Yes.
Big audience. His whole team is fantastic.
Big dong. He can throw down, too. I wouldn't get into fisticuffs with that beefcake.
Yeah, he could kick your ass.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. He's probably,
No. He's got a sword at home. He's no joke.
probably old and slow, but great guy, great radio guy, good friend, and would love to have him on the podcast sometime.
Yes. Here. He's the Howard Stern of Florida.
That's right. So that was fun. I wanted to say that, but let me just skip right over the whole weekend because you ate into all my time. But
damn it.
we go out the final night. So Louis comes down Thursday, Friday, Saturday. He features. He's doing 20 minutes on the nose, by the way. True pro.
He's a pro.
And I got to follow him. He's getting a standing O every single night.
Oh!
I got to like weave through standing people to get onto my show, by the way.
That's right.
So that's a whole thing, but it was pretty fun because the gays were like, "Fuck Lou, we want you, baby." And that felt nice. So
that'll never happen again.
I blew a couple of them. That was nice.
Sure.
So the last night, then he headlined Sunday, Monday, which those ones actually sold. There was people there. I had 11 gays in the front, but
Yes.
we do the Monday show, and I go. He has like one of these fasting diet type of things, and I'm like, "You're gonna kill me, but I'm starving. I know you already ate and you can't eat again, but I'm starving." And he goes, "Well, we had a big weekend. It was a lot of fun. If you throw out a place that I'm interested in, I'll break the buy. I'll eat with you."
Wow.
And I go, "Well, I hope you're in the mood for waffles because I want to go to IHOP, 24-hour IHOP. I haven't had an IHOP waffle with the syrup. We should go to Waverly after this." Anyways, so I'm like, I got to get some hash browns and a waffle. And he goes, "Sounds good enough to me." So we drive
You could have said
down.
anything. You literally said the worst place on the planet. He's like, all right, let's do it.
IHOP rules. So we go to IHOP, and it's in this other part of town. There's like 2 waitresses in there. There's like 4 people total. It's like 12 o'clock at night. We go in there. I get a waffle, maple syrup, extra butter, some hash browns. Then we see a lady making a milkshake, a teenager. The 2 teenagers are the waitresses.
Yeah.
And he goes, let us get one of those milkshakes. Give me a milkshake.
Oh, boy.
So we
Fat-
each get a
fatting out.
waffle. He gets bacon, hash browns, big milkshake. And the girl is like young woman, very nervous. She's a young African-American gal. She's like, I got to tell you, I'm being trained, and we're down a girl. So you guys are my first table of my life, so it's going to take time. You got to be patient. And we're like, hey, we got nowhere to be. This is the end of the night. We're the only ones in here. Don't sweat it. Take your time.
Not racist.
And so I'm like, hey, just a waffle. We got to go easy on you. Hash browns, waffle, no specificities, whatever.
There you go.
So every time she comes back, she's like, I'm so sorry. I hope it's not taking too long. She's like, she looks 15 years old.
That's
literally,
nice.
I think she's 15.
Okay.
So we eat, we have a nice time, we're bullshitting, having a good, that show was great, this show was great, we should do this, we'll do that next. And I go, you realize you could really like drop a bomb on this girl with this tip.
Yeah.
She's 15. I'm like, and it would ruin her whole career because
That's true.
Night one, she gets a huge tip. She's like, boy, this is pretty good.
Right.
And then everyone's going to be tipping $1 the rest of her life.
Sure.
And he's like, yeah, that's true. And he's a big tipper in general. So we get the check. It's $35.
Okay.
$35. And he throws down a hundo, a C note.
Whoa, nothing wrong with that.
$65, nice, whatever, 300% tip.
Oh,
And I
boy.
go, that's fun. I love that. That's such a fun thing to do. And he goes, yeah, it's nice. It's not going to change her life.
Ah.
But 2 more will. He throws down 2 more. $300. 15-year-old girl, first time ever working. She's nervous. She's shitting her pants. She's never worked. There's $300 on the table, and he's like, come on, let's get out of here. I'm like, oh, God, this is so fun. So we go into the car, and we're, like, watching through the window. I'm like, I got to watch this. And you see her go over there, and she's, like, looking around, like, waving people over, and you can't hear. You just see, like, the cook comes back, and he's got like, his hair's all in a hairnet, and he's, like, looking. And then the other waitress comes, and she hates her now because she's like, what is this?
That'd be funny if the cook stabbed her, ran out with it.
First night, $265 tip. I mean, he just tossed it down. It was so exciting. That girl she probably bought a car and moved out.
Yeah. She moved in with Schubert. She's living the high life. But also it's great because if she's ever in a conversation where they're like, hey, the white man is evil, she's like, well, this bald ginger actually dropped a nice couple of hundos on me once, and we didn't even diddle.
It was nice because, nobody recognized them. They're teenagers, these
Right,
kids. I mean, I don't know how old she really was, but she had to have been 18 or younger.
Wow,
but,
these Gen Z, they don't even know who, Tom Hanks is anymore.
right. But, yeah, nice 265 big ones on her first night ever. I mean, she's in training.
I think she made more than my host last weekend at the club.
Oh, absolutely. It was quite a thrill, very exciting, and it just lifts your spirits. You feel good. I couldn't stop smiling the whole time and just thinking about them splitting it, and the whole thing was exciting.
If you got the simoleons, why not blow someone's day up? It's pretty good.
Yeah, especially a young gal. So that was thrilling.
She's going to try that spiel every time now. She'll be 3 years into waiting tables. Hey, I should let you know, it's my first day. I might be a little slow. Then she'll get, 14% and, shoot up the place.
Anyways, so that's what was going on in Florida.
Here.
And what else you got?
Oh, geez. Well, I just want to give a shout-out. I did a weekend in Columbus, and that is one of the best funny bones in the country, if not the best. Well-run. Had Umar Khan hosting, great host. Had Fat Chris Al featuring, and they stayed in a condo together, which I'm talking like a 1-bedroom, shitbox condo, and he was on the couch. It was like the old days. It was like, all right, you're the host, you're on the couch, I take the bed. No separation between church and queef. It was just couch, bed.
That's fun. Well, we got to plug Chris's album recording, April 11th.
Yeah, at the Raleigh Good Nights.
Good Nights. It's April 11th, and you got to go because, I mean,
he needs it.
Who the fuck's going to go to see this asshole? So please go in there. If you're in the Raleigh area, go get your tickets and be there and really yuck it up. He's a great comic, and be the guy that you can hear on the album. Laugh it up. Bring some friends, some civilian friends, and really fill that out, for God's sake.
Hell yeah. Go support and hopefully puts this thing on wax so I can hear some new jokes, folks. This guy's got to drop this hour, and it's airtight. He's been doing it for 40 years. So go check it out. Go yuck it up. And Eddie's a good comic, so have a good show.
Funny guy, good guy. Buy some tickets.
There you go. And, just a great weekend, top to bottom. Everything went swimmingly. Not a bad show in the weekend. Isn't that a peach? It's always one bad one.
I just had that at Side Splitters. It was amazing. It was just like, it felt magical. One Friday, one Thursday, 2 Friday, 3 Saturday, and then the 2 Louis shows were just unbelievable, pitch perfect, and you always have that in your mind. You're like, oh, we're fucked on this one. This is the last one, but
and then you make those. It's Friday late show. This one's done. Oh, that was pretty good. That's Saturday early. This is fucked, and they're all good.
And I want to work at this pace.
Yes,
where I'm so grateful. Every show, I wasn't dreading any shows. I was like, I can't wait to get back up there because we haven't done real shows. I haven't done real shows in so long. So I want to work the road like every other week or 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Because I had that before. I had this feeling of like, oh, God, a late show, a plane. I don't want to I'm going to kill myself. I hate these people. But now I'm like, I can't wait to get up there. I'm so grateful for everybody. I'm grateful for every moment. So God bless you for coming out, and we'll see you soon.
It's finally all, I know we got to wrap it up. It's finally all clicking in. I mean, you've been doing comedy since 81, and it's like Tuesdays are out, fans are out, comedy people are out, and they're selling out, and they're seeing shows, and they want to be there. I mean, how many years and years of that slog of the fat lady in the front texting, the guy who hates you, the heckle, the drunk. Now it's your people, and it makes a hell of a diff.
Yeah, it's very exciting and thrilling to be back working.
Yeah, that's exciting. All right, so go check out the Patreon. The Patreon's about to the moon, Alice, and we're working on it. We're gay. We're kicking it up a notch. We got a ton of stuff on there already. Hey, 3 million on the special, by the way, over here, folks. Get them some new pants.
Just this week, yeah. By the way, I heard it only takes 60 seconds of watching to register as a view.
What?
So it's got to be closer to 40,000 views. But whatever. I appreciate it. I've had it on autoplay since 1988. So
I do the same thing.
It's probably only 12,000 views, but still, there's the little number there. I appreciate it.
Yes.
So thank you, for God's sakes. And if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's called I Hate Myself. It's on YouTube, and my father's gay.
Yeah, we'll be back on the road, so come to a town near us. Check our websites. Follow us on the socials, and
I got to plug some dates here because I keep forgetting. I'm in Bridgeport, April 3rd. It's called the Martyrs Theater or Merritt's Theater.
Ooh, a theater.
Yeah, well, it's a theater, so come to that. April 3rd, get tickets, Bridgeport, Connecticut. April 15th, Paramount Theater. That's part of the Moon Tower Fest. Going to be doing a podcast while I'm there.
Oh.
It's exciting. So check that out. Austin, please. That one's like a big theater, so for God's sakes, buy tickets, whatever. Come down from wherever. Omaha, Des Moines, Kansas City, all coming up April 23rd, 24th. Omaha, Funny Bone, Kansas City, and Des Moines in May, and or April, I think. I fucking can't remember. But come to a show, for God's sakes.
Here. I'm this weekend coming up, I think. I'm in Austin at the Paramount Theater, so let's sell that puppy out. I might try to get some fun names to drop in. Then I'm at the Miami Improv. Never worked that club. I love Miami. Let's do it up in Florida. We were just talking about how much we love the FLA, Calta. I'll say hello. Wise Guys in Utah. I'm there every 10 minutes. One of my favorite clubs. Tacoma, Magoobies, you name it. Coming out to Hartford, Funny Bone, Spokane, Virginia Beach, just to name a few. Helium in Portland. So it's going to be a hell of a summer. The Roaring 2021s. And, kill yourself, blow your dad, eat me out, praise Allah, and queef it up, folks.